Hey everyone, welcome back. As always, my name is Oz. Today I'm checking out a free-to-play game off of Itch.io called Do Not Take This Cat Home. This is by Pixeliminal. So I think there are more than one ending to this game. But how bad could it be for us taking this cute little guy home? He's so adorable. Let's just start. You're not having a great day, as usual. Okay. Oh, it be raining. Ah, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is just a sign that you should have stayed at home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow. Right. You turn to head home when... Kitty! Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Oh. Finally, the sound's source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Hi, kitty! Huh. Guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold amongst the dark sea of black fur. It puts its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Oh. So cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before. Lies and slander, I love cats. But if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days, anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if wanting for you to make the next move. I know I said I love cats. Hold on. Let's do a quick save. But let's not take the cat home. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking care of a pet on a whim. Rent's coming due soon, and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give the cat a sad nod. Sorry, good luck out there, okay? You turn around and leave the cat in the alley behind. Rain's picking up. Time to head home. Ending... Nyanta fool. Alright. I got that ending there. Well, now we gotta take the cat home. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're alone, and well, I'm kind of the same boat myself, so you bring the cat close. You didn't realize it was shivering until just then, but it slowly breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Aww. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take it to the shelter tomorrow. But for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food and then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, one you living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it's just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment. Leaving the feline to its own devices, you set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out the can of cat food and open it with a tab on top. You put some cat food on a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at the plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spent your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here for you if you get hungry, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start your own dinner. You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread toasted, mayo and mustard spread, turkey and cheese and lettuce perfectly placed, tomato Ow! You wince as you cut your finger on the knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up under the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just a... You watch as the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on the knife. At your blood. You're so shocked by it, the time you come to your senses, the knife has already been licked clean. The cat sits back staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird. Right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do. No, not usually. Not usually, no. Right. Well, regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside. Not after all your efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. I'm starting to suspect that it's not just a cat, though. The rest of the evening, unfortunately, goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with a bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while you're watching TV, you gently push it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it's got a taste of blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you'll do if it starts to get more aggressive. You keep thinking about the cat food still sitting in the corner, untouched. Ugh, come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner and into the hall. You sigh deeply. At this point, you're just worried that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea of how to calm it down. You can only hope. You don't have any other options left than tossing the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of a local vet, you pick up your landline and the lights just went out. Great, just great. Rain must have knocked out the power. You check your cell phone only to find it's out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving out earlier. The outing had been so spur of the moment that it no doubt messed with your usual routine. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, why did the power go out? You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. Oh, hello, good kid. Why does it say hell? It says hell. Kill? Kill. Oh. Thinking now, you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it was a statue if you didn't know any better. It's not giving off any indication that it's alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes. This isn't normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider tossing the cat out after all. But As soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes hold you still. Even with your flashlight trained on it, its pupils are large, round, inky pits. Oh no! The flashlight flickers. Uh-oh. And then the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up on the sound of static all around you. How is the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if having the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored, but no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response, like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever's watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. Right in your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could, even if it did. You can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens within you, making you tear yourself in a hasty burst of movement, of action. But you're still weak from the fear's grip on your mind. Your legs tangled together under you, and in a hassle you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes at the center of your foot. At first you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot, pulling underneath of it. You hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as if it had been kicked. Winded from your fall, you look up in a daze and see the object glinting in a strange light coming from outside. In the light pouring from your now open front door, thoughts of how, when, who, what in regards to your inexplicably open door stretch to a halt, as your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife, and still tinted red from earlier blunder? But that's not right. Wasn't it completely licked clean by the... You gulp dryly at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you'd left it. Oh, when you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife. It spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadows into the light of your doorway. It pads lightly over to the knife as if skipping into light, and bends down to lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Ah! Your senses slowly begin to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breaths, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness of your tongue spreading to your throat. The incomprehensible sight of the stray you'd taken in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the fresh wound on your foot. Blood? Golden eyes slide up to you as if in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You're hurt. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding. The cat barely moves, shoulders twitching as if just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp, down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the road, Even you. Everything. Except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts. It hurts. But you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running. Because if that's the cat right there ahead of you, then what in the world is behind you? Ooh, another one. Okay. Save. We're gonna do this right here. Okay. Do we look behind you or keep running? I want to see what's behind us. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0. It begins? Excuse you? Okay, I guess we keep running then. Huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Ending 0. Wait, what? Continue. Oh, continue. You're waking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Okay. The sunlight only just manages to reach down between the tall. Okay. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward the loose gravel and started to breeze. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley is a big cardboard box. There is the cat again. Is a cat. Huh. Guess that should have been obvious? It's an interesting looking cat. Okay, same description. You look so familiar, right? Then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there patiently, waiting for you to do something. Hold on. Yes, I wanna... Hold on. I'm not taking it home this time. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. Oh. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are. With rent and bills to pay for, not to mention your need to buy food to survive too, there's no way you could take care of a cat long term, right? You can barely afford your little outing on your days off. What to do? Oh, on second thought. What does this do? I'm curious about this. Okay. We're gonna leave cat. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hopes up of having someone to look after it you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you back down to your home? Oh, I missed that. You'd never get something. Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. Aww. We're going through this. Ignore. Nope, you need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your Fury dilemma, you'd forgotten that you still hadn't decided what you were going to do on your day off. Oh, okay. I'll go to the dog park. You decide to take a stroll in the park or something. The one with walking distance of the nearby dog park. You'll think it'll make you feel better. First, you get to see a cute cat today. Now you'll get to see a cute dog. Several of them, in fact. The park is bustling with owners and their canine companions. Playing frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cute... Whatever. Like you'd want anything to do with these mangy mutts? Huh? What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decide to move on. The dogs are also adorable. You want to pet every single one you come across. But you know not all owners are cool with strangers just walking up and manhandling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. So you stroll around the path trying to exude a welcoming aura with the beckoning of one of these cute doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. Oh, it's a pupper! Look at that cute little face. You stop at the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scampers up to you, blocking your path. Kit! Hey, excuse you, what the hell are these? No! Pick up the puppy. You pick up the Hold on. You just barely managed to rein in the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. What the hell? With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to their puppy, but you just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. Oh, something is very wrong here. You're not feeling so great about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. No, I'm gonna stay at the park. You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. But every so often, one will run up to you. And when they do, they look wrong. Their owners don't seem to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after all. Maybe. Oh. You should have stayed with me instead. What? You're broken out of your thoughts when something lands gently in your lap. You look down and see a frisbee in your thought. Hey, sorry about that. Can you throw it back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly... Oh, puppy. A series of excited barks jerk your gaze forward as you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Oh. A series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and you see a large dog sprinting towards you. Hey, hurry up and throw it back. Throw. You throw the frisbee and the dog runs the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Oh my. Impressive. The dog and owners walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want it. Oh, cutie. The dog looks up at you, eager for its reward of pets and pats for catching the frisbee. Should I? Nope, we're petting the dog. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mutt, or you will regret it. I want to pet the dog. You reach out your hand and you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, The sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up along with all the pet owners to see that the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You vaguely remembered that you should never look directly at an eclipse, but for some reason, you don't look away. Oh no! A loud piercing yowl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You instinctively move to lift your hand in order to shield your ears, but the hand that had been cautiously pressed against the dog's head comes away with some resistance. Resistance like sticky slime almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slime stretches with your movement. Ugh! The dog's head stretches with it too, as the canine begins to just melt. It melts and melts. Oh, until it becomes a pile of goo at your feet. Oh no! Ah! You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to piles of goo scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs. All their owners. The melted goo of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. The hell is going on? It slithers across the grass towards the field in the center of the park. All the other piles of goo following after it. They mix and meld together in a single entity that shifts and undulates and bulges and grows. You watch in dazed horror as it then fills out and shapes itself. Oh, it's a cat. Into a behemoth of a dog. Oh. Snarling and frothing at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. Before the glowing orbs land directly on you. The rumbling growl it emits is so low and deep you can feel the sound of it crash into you. Leave the park? I have no choice. Oh, hello, kitty. No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run. But you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. I am dead. Oh. How many hits does this thing need to kill me? It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. Dog person. How many? Holy crap, but Tony, there's a lot of endings. There's 40 of them! Holy cow pies! I'm going to try and get one more, and then, I don't know, I might have to do another video on this. This is interesting. Yeah, take the cat home. Well, why not? Right? Okay. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up on your shoulders. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. Eh? You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. You living alone in it. So it feels weird having another living being inside after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it. Why is there breathing? But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Do something alone or do something with cat? Ooh, hold on. We're gonna save here. Let's do something with the cat. Like what? Let's play with the cat. Meow. Poor thing was probably bored stiff sitting in that old box all day. just watching crowds of people walking by them, ignoring them. You can't just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? No, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Okay, then. What to play, though? Let's see if the laser pointer works. Cats are curious creatures by nature. They're also natural hunters, sort of. Why not pass the time by letting the cat hunt after something it'll never quite understand? That sounds a little mean when you think of it like that. But it's not like the cat will know anyway. Ignorance is bliss, so they say. So you dig out your old laser pointer from your long-gone, dreaded days of group presentation in school. You flip it on and see that, even after all this time, the batteries still work. You get a little kick at it, aiming it at the mirror hanging in the living room so it reflects off the glass, making a little red dot appear on your knee. The cat cautiously walks over, stopping every few steps to cast a look of suspicion at you. When it finally reaches you, it lightly presses a paw onto your knee, like it's trying to catch the dot of red light as casually as possible. You manage to hold back a chuckle, not that it really matters. The cat isn't paying attention to you at all, entirely focused on the light now resting on top of its paw. You move the light a little higher above your knee. The cat reacts immediately, trying to pin the light down. But the next second, you've already moved it to the floor. The cat jerkily follows, attempting a more energetic pounce. When you shift the red dot. Over here. Over there. And over there. By the couch. On the couch. The cat might be ignoring you, but you're certainly enjoying yourself. It's been a while since you've laughed this much. You're laughing so much, in fact, that you accidentally shift the red dot onto a lamp beside the couch. In its haste to get the red light, the cat leaps onto the lamp, sending them both to the ground. Oh no! Oh my gosh! The cat is sitting in the middle of the former lamp's broken shards. Back hunched, its head whipping around back and forth as if in a panic. You quickly turn off the laser pointer and rush over. I'm so sorry! Are you okay? Are you hurt? You reach down to pick up the cat and check for any injuries when... Slash! Ow! Hey! The cat swipes at you, claws extended. It backs up and twitches away, making frantic half-turns in various directions as if looking for something. Or waiting for something to appear. Ah, geez. That really hurt, you know. You hold the hand with a scratch close to your chest. It's bleeding, but it's not too big. You're more annoyed than anything, but... Immediately, your annoyance starts to bleed into concern. You watch in shock as the cat starts to run around, tearing at the carpet, sofa, your armchair. You want it to stop, but you're afraid of getting in the middle of its rampage. You consider calling the vet for advice on how to calm it down, but for some reason, you feel like that wouldn't be a good idea. What happened to you? Is it an idea comes to you, or rather a realization? You grasp the laser pointer, aiming it safely away towards the floor in the middle of the living room, thinking, hoping, that the cat would calm down if it found what it was looking for. You turn the laser pointer. The cat's reaction is immediate. Oh! You screwed up. In the span of mere seconds, you watch as the cat spies the red dot from its perch on the shredded armchair. Leaps high into the air. Changes in the air. Crash! And slams down upon the dot on the floor with a weight and force that shakes the whole apartment. Maybe even the whole building. And you wonder dazedly how none of the other tenants have rushed over to complain about the noise. Yet, as you stare at the sight in front of you, the cat has somehow grown in size, eyes bulging and glowing, tail thrashing, teeth enlarged, bared and covered alarmingly in bubbling froth. Its giant claws rip and shred through the carpet, through the floor, and even below them, ravenously trying to get at the red dot. Your hands are shaking. You don't know what to do. You feel trapped. You have to get away. Get it away from you. You slowly back up towards the door. The light moves with you. Instinctively, you flick the light away. This way, that way, the cat stampeding out. So fast. Smashing through the TV, breaking the couch in half. Oh, God. Too fast. Bulldozing through the wall into the hallway. A chance. You turn, intending to bolt out the door and never come back. But in your haste, you forgot something. You forgot several somethings. You forgot the laser pointer gripped like a lifeline in your hand. You forget the mirror, still meticulously hanging on the wall next to your hallway. The laser reflecting off of it and putting a small glowing red dot on the back of your head. As you reach the door, you forget that it's locked. Ah. Well, we're dead. You don't even have the chance to turn around before the cat lunges all the way across the room at you. How many slashes does this take to kill me? This is a huge-ass cat. You are torn to shreds before you can even blink. Ending 12. Targeted. Good lord. Okay. There are a lot of endings. I have gotten... Well, technically 4, because I got that, like, quote-unquote secret ending for saying, nah, I'm not taking the cat. But I got 3 main endings. But I think ending 0 is where, you know, everyone starts out after the first time of going through it. So, thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content just like this. If you like this, you need to let me know so I can play more of it, because there are 37 more endings if y'all want to, you know, see them. But if you want to just try it out for yourself, of course, the link will be in the description below. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye!